This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Manuel. A local business owner making an impact by providing 500 uniforms to students across 5 counties. Twin States News' Jasmine Stevenson spoke with that business owner about what led him to do this.
After hearing at a city council meeting that parents will have trouble buying uniforms this year, owner of Hair Queens and Queen City Deals, A.B. Asmar, took it upon himself to help out.
It's an honor. It's an honor to, make an impact, help out the community, be one of the ones to, just lead the businesses forward and supporting the community. A lot of times, some business owners don't know what to do, how to help, who to reach out to. So I figured let's start in the council meeting first, and from there.
Certificates will be given to each district. The parent then brings their certificate into the business to redeem it for a free uniform.
Well, our plan is to give away 500 sets. So Lauderdale County is one of our first partners. We're going to be partnering up with Meridian, hopefully Equipment, and Laurel County. So, the goal is to donate 500 sets of uniforms.
Lauderdale County School District was the first to receive their certificates, along with a supply of hand sanitizer and notebooks. The assistant superintendent says the donations were a lifeline for parents.
I think it's a lifeline. We're just ending COVID. We still have parents that's struggling in the district, and now they have an opportunity to have a lifeline that Mr. A.B. provided for us. So it's great for the school district, and it's great for the parents.
Along with Lauderdale County, Meridian Public, Quitman, and Laurel will also receive the uniform certificates. Jasmine Stevenson, Twin States News, Meridian.
The sales tax holiday for all Mississippians starts tomorrow, July 29th through July 30th. The 2-day tax-free shopping is just in time for those doing back-to-school shopping. The sales tax savings are applied to large purchases of school supplies, clothing, and shoes. Absentee voting has begun for the Meridian Public School District special election. Voters will decide whether to approve a $34 million bond that the district plans to use for several things, including renovating facilities, purchasing land, and possibly constructing a new baseball and softball facility. The in-person election takes place on August 9th. A local motorcycle club honored the services of the U.S. 9th and 10th Cavalry on National Buffalo Soldier Day. Twin States News' Donisha Branham attended the ceremony and shares the meaning behind it.
Today is designated as National Buffalo Soldiers Day in the U.S. as a way to honor the legacy of the African-American cavalry soldiers who were known as the Buffalo Soldiers. The Meridian chapter of the Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club held a ride in their honor and a wreath-laying ceremony dedicated to Ernest Block, who was a Meridian resident.
We ride to commemorate and honor them on our iron horses because they rode real horses. So this ride here today on Buffalo Soldier Day, it has a lot of deep meaning because we as soldiers have to keep this rich history alive, especially as black motorcycle riders, because we have to have our history told throughout our communities, because if we don't tell it, it will be.
The Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club chose to specifically honor Ernest Block, who was a part of the 9th and 10th Cavalry and was the beginning of the Buffalo Soldiers.
He was a private from Meridian. He joined the Army, I believe it was 1917. I think he served through 1919. And he was a part of the 9th Cavalry. And so we want to honor him by laying a wreath at his grave as we remember the Buffalo Soldiers from all over.
Robert says being able to honor the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers is very near and dear to him, and says he hopes to provide more knowledge to the public of African American rich history.
People of color have fought for freedom since the American Revolution. And oftentimes we're missing from the history books. So taking time to honor our soldiers of color who fought often for a country that didn't recognize and give them full citizenship.
A fellow rider who says it was her first time participating in the ceremony tells us what it means to her to be able to participate in the ride and the ceremony.
This is my first time seeing an actual grave site of one of our Buffalo soldiers of the 9th and 10th Cavalry. So it means a great deal to me.
Anisha Branham, Twin States News, Meridian.
Mississippi is one of more than 20 states filing suit against the Biden administration over a school meal program. At issue, a Department of Agriculture meal program that prohibits discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. The suit, led by Tennessee Attorney General Herbert Slattery, claims the federal government is forcing states to follow anti-discrimination requirements that misconstrue the law. Slattery's filing says the USDA is overstepping its authority. The case follows a similar suit where a federal judge ruled that federal agencies could not enforce certain Biden administration directives on LGBTQ protections in the workplace or schools. The CDC has found a dangerous bacteria in soil and water samples in the Gulf Coast region of Mississippi. That bacteria is called Burkholderia pseudomallei. It can cause a rare and serious disease called melioidosis. The CDC is alerting clinicians across the country about the discovery. 2 people living near the Gulf Coast became sick with melioidosis 2 years apart in 2020 and 2022, prompting state officials to conduct the water and soil samples. There are only about a dozen cases diagnosed in the U.S. each year, usually connected to exposure to contaminated imported products. Melioidosis has a range of symptoms, including fever, joint pain, and headaches, and can cause pneumonia or blood infections. The CDC recommends avoiding direct contact with soil or muddy water, especially after heavy rains, wearing gloves and waterproof boots when gardening or doing yard work. The second quarter GDP report is out, and it shows another decline. The gross domestic product, which measures the economy, along with the production of goods and services, fell 0.9%. That's according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis. The newly released numbers follow a 1.6% decline in the first quarter. This is the second straight negative GDP report from April to June and could signal that a U.S. recession is looming. But a strong labor market could prevent an official declaration of a recession. According to the latest jobs report, fewer Americans applied for jobless benefits last week, declining by 5,000 to 256,000. In tonight's Skilled to Work, we find out that if there's one skill that's recession-proof, it's the profession of automotive technician.
Automotive technicians are a highly skilled and well-trained group of employees that General Manager Lee Allen depends on.
Well, they're the cog that makes the whole wheel turn here at the dealership. We depend on them to keep everybody's car in good shape, running good, and when there's a problem with a car, to figure out what it is and get it back on the road.
Most technicians seem to grow up with an aptitude for tinkering.
When I was growing up, I worked with my dad on various things. I became interested in it. I went to school after high school at Nashville Auto Diesel College, and then went full-time employment from there.
I was born basically with a wrench in my mouth. My daddy was a technician for Caterpillar for years, and when I became of age, I just followed suit.
The technicians who are working on your vehicles today have a little bit of old school, but it's mixed with technology training.
Well, it's a lot more technical now than it used to be. There's really no such thing as grease monkeys anymore. These guys are really trained and go to school a good bit, continuing education and online training, a lot of online training.
Now you have to use electronics a whole lot more. A laptop computer is a daily tool, whereas 20, 30 years ago you didn't use anything like that.
Chrysler sends us to school, and for each subject they send us to a specific class for that subject.
We have to maintain our training throughout each year. We constantly have new technology classes that we have to keep up with.
In this industry, a skilled technician is never without a job opportunity.
I've never had to worry about any kind of job in the automotive field because there's always work that can be done, and there's always someone who needs that work done.
Skilled to Work is a Twin States News initiative brought to you by our community partners.
Your complete forecast is coming up next. And later, a family is taking a Sesame Street themed park to court. Jamie Holmes checks in with that story and more.
Here's Regional News Director Randy Swan with tonight's Swan Song.
I was taken aback this week to watch and read news accounts about medical students at the University of Michigan walking out of a white coat ceremony because the guest speaker was pro-life. Hundreds of future doctors got up and walked out as Dr. Christian Collier was about to speak. Dr. Collier has been on the faculty at Michigan for 17 years and is the assistant professor of internal medicine at the school. Her lecture included nothing about pro-life or abortion. What she did was give advice to young doctors on how to treat their patients in today's society. That is, treat them like human beings and not machines. I don't know if it's a sign of the times or just the culture we live in, but why can't we respect others' views and not let that overlap with how we respect others? If I don't like something that you do or stand for, I'm not going to point it out and mistreat you. I pray it doesn't get to the point where doctors don't treat because they disagree. Even in a work environment, we all have people around us with different beliefs and work ethics, but we have to work to get along. However, it seems that respect and getting along doesn't seem to be a priority for many these days. I'm Randy Swan, and this is my Swan Song.
Twin States News invites you to share your opinion on Facebook or send us your comments to twinstates.news.